Everybody, welcome to CastorsCorner.com. I'm your host Cleo here for another toy of the day. So happy to have you here for another one of our Hasbro PulseCon reveals. They were nice enough to send over, and we're going to open up Meowscles here from the new Fortnite line. He is just hitting stores, or maybe hit some online e-tailers, but not in stores yet that I've seen. New packaging and stuff like that. You can go to CastorsCorner.com for a full gallery. You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner, and we'll be starting our Cornercast podcast back up for what I'm calling Season 2 in November, so keep an eye out for that. But catch up on old episodes up on Apple Podcasts. So we are taking a look at the... I want to make sure I got it right. It is not on the sheet. Marvel Legends, Star Wars, Transformers. So these are just preview figures, not kind of attached to... I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the sheet they gave me with all the info on it. So Hasbro did send these over, so before we get into the actual review of it, Hasbro did send these over for review. So these are samples, but as you know, if there's issues, I tell you, like my difficulty with the packaging last night. Hope you enjoyed my struggles. So Meowscles here is one of the deluxe sets, Victory Royale series. He is bigger than the average set, the figure, because it comes with kind of a little diorama piece to it, which I'm really appreciative of, and a lot of weapons. So what you get in the box is the shadow version of Meowscles here. You get his weight bench, you get a dumbbell, his back bling, his harvesting tool, 2 pistols, and an assault rifle. And he's in his shadow look versus his normal look, or his ghost look. So let's get him out of the package. First of all, we noticed it kind of starting with Transformers, that the line look is changing to incorporate less plastic. And sure enough, this is one of those cases where you just get a little piece. And honestly, to be honest with you, most of the time, you just want to make sure the eyes look okay. So being able to see the figure that much is okay with me, to be honest with you. Let's open them up. Let's see. It's kind of tucked under one of the flaps. So let's try going from the side. How's that? Packaging has not been my friend this week. So once you open the package, you can see how he is packaged in there and held in there. There's actually nothing behind this section that's kind of big. It's just the supports for the weight bench. As I drop stuff on the floor, I have no idea what they are. Oh, there we go. So everything's wrapped. For most of it is all wrapped in paper, tissue paper, to kind of keep it from rubbing or breaking or kind of getting out of pocket. So here is the assault rifle. Literally just tossing it on the floor. This looks to be the bench part of the weight bench. This little one, I'm going to guess, are his revolvers. I could be wrong. I am. They're his harvesting tools. The built-in brass knuckles. This little baggie here, let's see what's included in here, should be everything else. I like Fortnite. I think it's fun. I think it kind of brings back the magic of the 80s for me, at least. And G.I. Joe and all those alternate things, all looks at characters and things like that. We have 2 fists, so he can't punch things, even though he can't punch in the game necessarily. We got his back bling. We'll put it all together. All right, so how do we get him out? So the barbell here, it sags a little bit. They are heavy. I mean, they're not. They're empty, right? They're hollow, but that bar is pretty thin. So just be careful when you're storing it. You can see it's got a little bit of a bend to it. trying to think the most efficient way to get it out. There we go. So it's part of the weight bench. Now we got to get the big guy out. And I'm going to try my best to not cut myself tonight. That would be an improvement over last night. Or damage anything. So he's kind of lightly plasticed into the packaging with a couple little ties. Nothing extensive. And there he is, freed from his packaging. Let's see. So there aren't any instructions, but I am going to attempt to put together everything like on the box. So this is the bottom. The bench, I guess, just clips. There we go. So it looks like the white end there clips into this, like so. And then the other side gets this little stand here. There we go. There's your weight bench. Here are the barbells. So there you go. It's pretty nifty. Can he do it, though? That's the question. Can he lift? I mean, you got to figure, right? You got to figure they gave him a weight bench. Let's see if we can position him to do some lifting. So he is pinless, elbows and knees. So it's a pinless figure, which is nice. The almost look Nerf-like revolvers here are already in the belt. He does have a tail. So let's see how he looks. I don't think I ever noticed that he's got an earring in one of his ears. It's kind of cool. So he clearly... Okay. I'll lift him up in a second. Sorry. I know. This is the first time I've opened him since I'm doing the unboxing, so it takes a little more time. And I will reevaluate how I do unboxings going forward, but because usually the figures are out and photographed and all done. But here he is on the bench, and you can see he can do it. I just don't have the hands on there, but he can do it. Feet can hit the bottom. I think it's a cool accessory. It's not as... like, it's all hollow plastic. That's my thought here. And, you know, cost measures and all that stuff, I get it. Completely understand it. Don't have an issue with it necessarily. Just going into it, I just expected a little more of solid pieces here, but as you can see, the back is completely hollow, as well as the weight bench underneath, and these are hollow too. So it's not a knock on it. I'm glad we got it. Just knowing, like, putting it together. I would say putting it together, posing it, things like that. Just be careful because these are hollow pieces of plastic. So a little bit too much pressure here or there, or dropping them and things like that could damage them slightly. The clips that are holding these in are kind of small. So just, I would say just use caution. I don't think that they're structurally unsound. Just want to be cautious with it. His back bling, he is a larger figure. Let's see if I got any other figures around that I can kind of compare him to. So back bling, the one thing I will say, he can't knuckle on the, I don't think he can. They're not going to look as good as they should. So all of his fingers are together. They would have to be separate for him to actually fit into there. I mean, it's close. It's very close. But they put that very last one down there, and the hand just fits. Just fits. It's a little bit of a tight fit, and it does stretch the plastic a little bit. But not horribly. Not horribly. What else we got? We also have his single barbell there to do some workouts there. He's got a tail, turns. Is it removable? It is removable. It's a ball and it's a ball joint, so it just kind of pops in. So if it pops out, that's not a problem. You can see the back bling on the back with his little ball of string and his mice. He does, let's take these out. Let's see how he looks with the assault rifle. He's got good grip. So the assault rifle has a large handle that his grip actually is a little bit small for, but it's pretty darn close. There is a clip on the front of it. It almost looks like they wanted to add something to it, like a string or sight or something, but they didn't. But still, I think it still looks good with him. The double joint lets you really kind of pose him out. Looks pretty good. And then his pistols, again, are a little bit big for his grip. They're a little bit oversized. The grip is a little bit, so it does stretch his hand out a little bit. Not too badly. He's got some tattoos on his arm. He's got the pink tattoos here. He's got the scratches on his jeans. He's got the skinny jeans rolled up going on there with the combat boots or the work boots. It's a fun, solid character. It definitely feels more solid than previous 6-inch, I will say, figures for Fortnite. So pretty happy with it. It's also bigger. So comparing him to a Marvel Legend here, you can see he's quite a bit bigger than Tigra. We've got Chris Evans over here as well. So there he is next to Chris Evans. He's, pretty big. But then we can put him next to this guy, which we're going to be doing a review for. And you can see, I think he looked kind of good on the back there. So size-wise, he is a larger figure, but not too big. So there he is. Meowscles, I want to say these are going to run somewhere. I wish they'd give me the price point, but it's not one of the exclusives. Star Wars, Marvel, Star Wars, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe. I don't think there's anything on the front. No. I want to say they're around $29. For these, it's just a little bit more because you get the diorama piece, which is fun. But I'm super psyched about this. I think this is going to be a really fun line to collect. All the accessories and things like that are really just going to augment. I mean, because you see Hulk doing push-ups with this or Wolverine, it's really kind of fun. So I think that's one of the enjoyment pieces for it for me, is adding to what we can do dioramas with and kind of play with. So you can check out a full gallery. We'll do full turnarounds of him. We'll do other Fortnite stuff later in the week. Probably over the weekend I want to get to some more exclusives, but I really wanted to unbox him. You can check out a full gallery of this up on castorscorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner. Catch up on podcasts before we start our new episodes in November. Up on Apple Podcasts, the Cornercast Podcasts. And remember to hit the subscribe button. The more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. And as we say every night, Jaxie, we miss you, and we love you, and we wish you were here. But for all of you out there that are coming back, we will see you tomorrow night with another toy of the day here on castorscorner.com. It'll probably be the Cantina. We'll see you tomorrow night, guys. Have a good night.